Manever I say ma PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV there, osia dem yopo.
You are once again welcome to PENDREAM TV, the only channel that brings you the best and latest updates in politics. If you are new here, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell for more updates. Like and also share to other members to watch as well. You can also leave a comment after watching. Please do so. Your comments are most helpful to us. Or send us a voice note on our WhatsApp number showing on your screen. Thank you. I would like you to join me today as well to listen to what the host of the KSM show said about the ruling of or the actions of the Supreme Court judges. They have really met their meter this time. It's like nobody have a say about them, but this man has strategically tackled them hand to hand and west to west, which I'd like you to join me listening to what he said into detail. Thank you.
Hello. Oh, welcome again to Talk Shop, where we tell it like it is and let the chips fall where they may. And the question that I ask all of you, and I know, Debbie, I promise you t-shirts, and it's coming soon. Montemania politician, when I promise I'll deliver, but it will be there soon. And the t-shirt, the front will say, what time is it? And when you turn the back, it says what? It's nation time. It's nation time, folks. There are some people, they are doing all they can to bring this country down. She's still. There are some of us who will resist it. Ghana will rise again. I know it's a Franco slogan. I don't care. Whichever slogan it is, all I know is Ghana will rise again. Anyway, welcome to Talk Shop, and it's nation time. And today, folks, we are so close to the election, and we are facing a constitutional crisis as we have never done before in this country. Believe it or not, folks, we are in a constitutional crisis. I really don't know how this is going to be resolved. You know how we keep thinking, oh, we are going, heaven knows where we are going, we know we are, whatever. In this constitutional crisis, it's different though. It's like we are going, but heaven even doesn't know where we are going. And when we get there, then we realize, it is bad, folks. It is bad for any country with such few days before a very major heated election to run into constitutional crisis. But that's where we are, folks. We are in a constitutional crisis. In my view, and forget about me, because me, I'm not a politician, I'm an idealist, and I'm crazy, and my ideas can't fit. But in my view, this crisis shouldn't have happened. It shouldn't have. I think we have it's funny what we call separation of powers, that the power is separated. The judiciary, the legislature, the executive, they all have powers and they are separate, but they check on each other. But we are seeing a case now in Ghana where the judiciary is supreme. I think the judiciary is putting itself in a position where it towers over all the other arms of government. So that whatever you do, they should step in and interpret, which is fine in some cases, but not when the Constitution states certain things clearly. Anyway, let me say this, my dear judiciary. I was going to say you are in the line of fire, but I'm going to say KSM for contempt. So I won't say judiciary is in the line of fire. All I will say is, judiciary, take some free advice from me and listen to my advice. The judiciary, you are the last bastion of integrity. You are our last hope for justice. When we run to the judiciary, we run with the confidence that we are going somewhere where our conflict will be resolved because justice will prevail. That is the judiciary, folks. And I'm telling you, for all of you judges, let me tell you something. Especially those of you on the Supreme Court. Do you know the quality of a judge? I'm sorry for me to be telling you this because you are judges. But the judge is conscientious. A judge is sharp. A judge is emotionally intelligent. A judge is focused. A judge is objective. A judge is judicious. A judge is amazingly perceptive. That is what a judge is. And trust me, so me, when I see any judge or any judge in the Supreme Court, automatically, these people, they have earned it. How have they earned it? These are judicial people. These are intelligent people. These are objective people. These are people who uphold the law. If you're a judge, the law is your passion. If you're a judge, upholding the law is in your DNA. So when I see judges, that is the kind of respect I give them. That's why you, the court, if I'm saying, my lord. Let me explain why they call you my lord. Maybe you don't know. I'm sure you do. But for the Ghanaians listening to me, we call them my lord because the judges are representatives of God on earth. I'm telling you. Sometimes they say, oh, I'm a man of God. I'm a pastor. Even pastors are not the representatives of God on earth. The representatives of God on earth are judges. Do you know why? They can bring a case before them. They can look at your case. They can look at your face and tell you, Master, for this that you have done, I sentence you to 5 years in jail. Even worse, the judge can say, I sentence you to death. Folks, no one has the power to kill anybody. The president does not have the power to kill anybody. Nobody does. Only the judge has the power. Well, they don't go killing people or anything, but I'm saying, so technically, no, you can be in court, and if they charge you with treason or whatever things, the judges reserve the power to kill you. Tell me, so many representatives of God, who else has the power to kill? Having said all of that, folks, all I'm saying is that when you're a judge, you are above the ranks of, your thinking is above the ranks of your fellow people. Your man position there, it is so respectable to be a judge. I'm telling you, my Lord. How much respect do you want that somebody is addressing you and say, my Lord? Who your Lord? Yes. On earth you're representing God, and who are my Lord? So folks, here's the other thing. Once you are made a judge, you are a judge forever. No one can remove you from office. Nobody has the power to remove a judge from office. Well, of course, unless the judge commits some crime or, but I'm talking about normally. When you're a judge and you're sitting as a judge in office, nobody can remove you from office. We're a judge forever. We're a judge forever. That is the kind of person you all are. Maybe because it doesn't occur to you. That is the kind of person you are. You are this high, my lords. You are representing God on earth, my lords. You have the power to kill. You have the power to forgive. You have the power to redeem. You have the power in your hands. Say, acquire by or you say, but I am the judge. I say, young Fancheno, let's do this, let's do that, and whatever. The power is in your hands. That's the power you have as judges. And even more important, it is forever. It is forever. But let me tell you something, what's happening in Ghana now. We know that Nana Addo, the president, has appointed so many people in the Supreme Court. I have no problem. If, in fact, he has appointed judicious people, if, for a fact, he has appointed people with conscience, if, as a matter of fact, he has appointed people whose passion is the law, if he has appointed people whose passion is justice, I have no problem. They can be his uncles, wives, nieces, I don't care. So long as they are passionate about the law, they are judicious, they are objective, and their passion for justice is amazing. I have no problem. But let me tell you what happens in Ghana. Once you've been appointed by the president, you start thinking that you have not been appointed because of all these qualities I've talked about. You have been appointed because, oh, President Pemasem, the president appointed me because he's my friend. So the scary part is this. Your loyalty is no longer to the law. Your loyalty is no longer to justice. Your passion is no longer for humanity. Your loyalty is to the one who appointed you. I was joking with some friends just yesterday, and I said, right now, when you meet a Supreme Court judge and you say, hey, my Lord, how are you? And they say, do you know the answer he'll give you or she will give you? Hey, yo, hey, my Lord, please, it is saying, how are you doing? And I'm a judge. Great. Show love, show your gratitude. But I'm saying that let not that go beyond your call of duty, where now you start thinking that if Nana or his party wants to play any games, they can just walk it through the court and you will also dutifully protect them. I mean, let me ask you this. And I'm asking this from the bottom of my heart because I am so sad that the judiciary has been degraded to this level. Where now, when you hear Ghanaians talking, the way they talk about the judiciary is not good. You know some of the names they call you? Unanimous FC. And that's very mild. I was talking to somebody the other day. He says, look, when you have a case in the Supreme Court and you are there and you're doing something against the government, they say it is like playing away and the government is playing home. And they warn you that you know that the home court advantage is always at play. Anything that you do now that is government connected, right now, and it goes to court, home. The government is playing home, and they have the home court advantage. Folks, I'm saying this, and it's sad how you may take it, but I want to show you something. You've heard about Lady Justice. We all talk about Lady Justice. And I want you to look at this picture of Lady Justice. You see this picture? The first thing is that she is blindfolded. She's carrying a sword in one hand and then the scales of justice in another. But she is blindfolded. Do you know why? Because the law says that when you are a judge, you don't see anybody. Tell you and you know, the blindfold, that's what it stands for. You just have your sword to cut where you want to cut, your justice to give you the justice wherever you need, but you do it indiscriminately. You don't see anyone. So that is the symbol of Lady Justice. You'll be surprised the kind of picture people have come up with for Lady Justice in Ghana. Take a look at this. You see how blindfolded she is? She's not completely blindfolded. You've been a crabby, and also oh winky oh. Be a clear, live and color. You know? So folks, you may laugh at this, you may be angry at this, but this picture really tells a deep story. It tells how much our judiciary, we have reduced them. Folks, this is no joke. I said it some time ago on this program, long ago. And I said, once we lose the power of the judiciary to be independent, once we lose the power of the judiciary to be our final arbiter, once we lose that power, and unfortunately, we have a media too that looks the other way, we are setting ourselves up for chaos. We are. So right now, what is happening in Ghana is very troubling. We are going, I don't know, even heaven knows where we are going. And we will get there when we get there. Wherever it is, we are going. Folks, my lords in the Supreme Court, please, no one can fire you. What is all this fear? You are judges for life until you retire and you die. Nobody can touch you. Your position is what it is. You are forever. So what's the fear? Look, what's his name? Donald Trump in the US. We all know that he appointed quite a few people to the Supreme Court in the US. Do you know how many rulings in the Supreme Court were made and that came up and there was ruled against him? In spite of all the fact that he put the judges there. Because they know and they realize that their loyalty was not to him because of Nwashaho, but to the law and to justice. So, all I'm saying, Supreme Court, please, this idea that they call you the unanimous FC, this idea that they say when there's a case about you and the government is involved, the government is playing at home. You know, the people are saying this, but trust me, that points to a loss of hope in the judiciary. And trust me, you are the ones we respect as our last resort. Say, whatever happens, the worst thing that can happen, the last resort, and we do have a last resort, is that we go to court. But trust me, when we start doubting the kind of justice we'll get out of the court, it's not good. Folks, if we become aware how dangerous this is to a country that is heading towards a major election, all of us would panic. It's a very dangerous situation that we're in. I am not a lawyer, and I'm sorry I can't go into the details of the law. I'm just talking to you from the point of view of how I see the justice system from where I sit. I mean, this ruling of the seas that being declared vacant, it has happened before in our country. Ebisita. And what was it? Was his name Professor Michael Quay? Under him?
Having forfeited the membership of the party on whose ticket he was elected to Parliament, the operative language of the Constitution is that he shall, which is mandatory, vacate his seat in Parliament. In the circumstances, Parliament it is determined that the conduct of Honourable Andrew Amoako Asiama amounts to vacating his seat in Parliament. Accordingly, we bring this to the notice of the Electoral Commission for the necessary action to be taken in accordance with the law. Signed, the Speaker.
The very people that are actually now battling Bagwin jubilated when it happened under Michael Quay. Take a look. Folks, is it me or something that's in jail? I don't understand it. You are jubilating. And now under the same constant circumstances, Bagwin has also made a ruling and all hell has broken loose. To the point where the majority stages a walkout of Parliament. Only in Ghana. One day I'll have a special citation and award people for extreme, outrageous things. And one of the most outrageous things that I'll honor the Ghanaians for is that it's only in Ghana that the majority will walk out of the parliament. Look at all the allies you have laid, bills that you want to discuss in Hamudiato before parliament. You have walked out and left the country to do what? Folks, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. And I'm telling you, if you are anybody that has conscience, if you're anybody that really feels for Ghana, you'll be sad. This is a sad day in the history of Ghana. Well, let's see how this unravels. We are going, knowing Ghana too, you don't know. I'm hoping that maybe sense will hit somebody somewhere and a change of mind will come. You know what I'm saying? I'm just so tired of always hearing from the extremists who do not make sense. I won't mention names, not in this program. Maybe one day I will. There are some extremists in parties. They don't make sense. And they have crowded the moderates who make sense. So I'm hoping that maybe for once the moderates will speak up and this thing will end up nicely so that we can go ahead. Election is around the corner. Do you know the worst thing that can happen? Election cry, suspending, and then you see what will happen in your beautiful country that you love so much. It's almost as if you are craving, you are spoiling for chaos. You take here, it can lead to peace, prosperity, and the upliftment of Ghana. You take here, it will lead to chaos and destruction. And but it seems as if we all decided nicely, as we always do in Ghana, casually, let's go the route that will lead to chaos. Maybe we should get there. I hate to say this, but they say that sometimes when you hit rock bottom and everything is piled against you and it's so bad for you, when you hit rock bottom and things are that bad for you, they say there's no longer anywhere else to go but up. It's so quiet now from say, boom, things are bad as they are now. When you are in that state, they say the only good thing about it is the only place you can go is to come back up. But should we get there before we come back up? Or should we check ourselves now so that we don't even go there? I'll give you a typical example. All the police presses and the police why you say the minister should park here and you should walk there, all the wahala they gave that nobody should come in the vicinity of the Parliament House. What happened? Take a look at very angry MPP supporters who are out there. Take a look at this. And the only question I ask is this: what if the crazy youth of the NDC too had decided to say, we'll prove to you that we are also men? What would have happened in Ghana? Would they just imagine that? You saw the gangs of the MPP people, the youth, marching there. For whatever reason, marching. Let's just say for a minute that NDC youth did the same. What would have happened, folks? Nothing but chaos. Nothing but maybe even bloodshed and death. Needless. Oh, Ghana. Some of us, all we can do is talk. And that's all we can do. But me, in my appeal, I started with the Supreme Court justices. You see, it's not nice that we are known as the unanimous FC. It's a shame. It's a damn shame. Intimi Pacho, Chief Justice, and your gang, form a committee, find something, and try and rebrand and rebuild the image of the court. Folks, that has been Talk Shop and there's been Nation Time. What time is it? It's nation time. So until we come back again, KSM saying, what time is it? And how do you respond? It's nation time. And as we always say, folks, truth crushed to earth shall rise again.
Thank you for watching. PENDREAM TV really appreciate your time. This is what we have for you today as well. Please, more are coming your way. And for that matter, I'll urge you to subscribe to the channel. Turn the notification on so that you'll be the first to receive any updates that will be loaded onto the channel. Thank you.
Dedi kama amena PENDREAM TV ase. Na so far so good. Say open online portal e wo Ghana. Ah nipa share, nipa follow, nipa comment here. To my best of knowledge, without any biases, PENDREAM TV.